Hello and welcome to 2018-19 Steinbrenner Warriors boys basketball season preview. I'm Matt Scher. Alongside me is the head boys basketball coach, J.R. Allen. How you doing, Coach?
Doing good, man. Thanks for having me.
First question, Coach. What can Steinbrenner Warrior fans expect to see from the 2018-19 edition of the Steinbrenner boys basketball team on the court?
One of the first things I hope that people will be able to say when they come out to our games is that our guys play a good, fast tempo, up-paced game of basketball, that they play well together. That they utilize each other's strengths to achieve the overall outcome, obviously, which is winning. Every time you step on the court, you just try to do your best to win the game. And so I hope to see a good working relationship among all the players of we basketball this year. Good team effort.
Who are some of the key returners for the team this season?
We have a few guys that are what I call program guys. They're guys that have been in your program for 3 and 4 years. Maybe they started off on the JV as freshmen or even sophomores, but some of those guys would be, I have 2 seniors that are 4-year program guys, Angelo Sardegna and Riddy Banerjee. Both have been in the program for 4 years. They started off on the JV and then worked their way up. Justin Daniels is also a senior, 3-year program guy. He came here after his freshman year at a different school and has been part of our program since. So those 3 will be counting on for a lot of leadership and experience, hopefully setting the tone for doing things the way we want done, that the younger players and the other players will feed off of.
Now, with the loss of some seniors to graduation, are there any newcomers you have seen in particular that make a splash in their first season on the court for the Warriors?
I mean, everybody that we put on the team, we're hoping can contribute in their own, personal ways. We saw some strengths when we had tryouts of what each guy could add to what we're trying to do. We did receive one, I guess you would call it a retransfer, a young man that was with us his freshman year here at Steinbrenner, ended up moving away for his sophomore year, but since transferred back and is now a junior. Jalen Miller is a point guard, good player. He'll bring a high skill set, some speed and quickness to our team. We have a young man who was with our JV program as a sophomore, but then for personal reasons was not able to be part of the program last year as a junior, but now as a senior is back with us. He brings some size, some rebounding, some athleticism. That's Ty Simmons. So we're hoping that those 2 kids will be able to buy into what it is that we're trying to do, number one, and then use their strengths to help our program be better.
Now, do you believe the mix of newcomers and returners can lead to a lot of success both team-wise and individually for the Warriors boys basketball program this season?
I feel like, as far as what I know and what I've seen off the court, before the season started, those guys, outside and on the surface, they seem to get along very well. So there seems to be a good chemistry. Just taking basketball completely out of the equation, I think they genuinely all like each other. They're all pretty good friends, and so that definitely strengthens that bond once you now put them on the court. So again, I think when they completely buy in and understand what it is that we're asking them to do as coaches, as far as fulfilling their role and doing the things that they do best, I think it's going to be a real good match. They'll all come together nicely.
Now, Coach, we saw the Warriors have a down year a season ago in the district, ever finishing 6th. What are the team's aspirations they look to improve in your 4th season as head coach in 2018-19?
It would be, suffice to say that we compete in a very, very tough district. I would even argue that it's probably hands down one of in the top 5, regardless of class, around the state. There's programs in our district that are 20-win programs. We have 8 teams in the district, and 2 years ago, 4 of those 8 teams were 20-win programs. So it's a battle every night that we step out. Last year, in terms of wins and losses, it definitely wasn't something that we were happy with or okay with how it played out. So we definitely have that for motivation and for hunger that we want to be in that top 4 for sure. That could be a very reachable and attainable goal. Start something realistic. We want to make sure that we finish in the top 4, and then ultimately let's put ourselves in position to try to play for the district championship.
Now, Coach, you have a great track record for the girls basketball program, delivering some of the best seasons in that program's history as you served the first 6 seasons as head coach for the Lady Warriors. What do you envision for the future of the boys program and replicating that same success for the girls? I
mean, one of the biggest challenges from the outside is that for whatever reason, Steinbrenner High School and our basketball program at the very beginning was viewed or labeled as a program that maybe you wouldn't have a lot of success at for a number of different reasons. For me personally, that was just a motivational thing to go out and try to prove people wrong. For the first 3 years, when I was with the girls, it took exactly that. It took 3 years to really get to where we started to do some very special things. But it was a building process, and I think the ladies did a good job of finally kind of buying in and letting down their guard and taking hold of and embracing the coaching staff was trying to instill in them. And in year 3, it all just kind of clicked. You know, we went 22-3 that year, won our first district championship, and then we rolled for 3 or 4 years. And I think after they got that taste of success and they understood that, hey, what the coaches are telling us, you know, seems to be working, and I want to be all in and all on board with that. I think when the guys also get that initial, when they get some results from their buy-in, which that's the first step. They got to buy in. They got to be, you know, all the way in. Can't be 1 foot in, 1 foot out. And I think once they get to that point and we start getting a little bit of success, we'll get it on the boys' side like we had it on the girls' side.
All right, thank you, Coach Allen. Good luck this season.
I appreciate it. Thanks for having me. Go Warriors.
That does it for the 2018-2019 Steinbrenner Warriors boys basketball season preview. The first home game of the season is on November 28th with tip-off at 7 p.m. right here at Steinbrenner High School. You can get all the latest information on all of Steinbrenner's varsity athletic teams through the GSHS Sports social media pages. You can follow GSHS Sports on Twitter by searching at GSHS ESPN. Also, brand new for this season, select athletic events will be broadcast on the GSHS Sports YouTube channel live. Thank you for tuning in. I'm Matt Scher. This has been the 2018-2019 Steinbrenner Warriors boys basketball season preview.